In a city that glittered with towers of glass and chrome, a man named Devraj Mehta sat behind an oak desk larger than the room most families ate in. His office overlooked a skyline filled with neon advertisements, billboards of wealth, and promises of things most people would never touch. Devraj wasn't just successful, he was powerful, feared, envied, the kind of place no investor looked twice at. Children played with flattened soda cans and plastic bags tied to sticks. Mothers rationed rice, mixed water with milk, and stretched the same vegetables across 3 days. They threw out expired packets, their still-sealed biscuits, stale bread, old energy bars. A massive chain of luxury organic food stores that would use farmland bought at dirt cheap prices from struggling farmers. The branding spoke of sustainability and care, but the truth was sharp-edged. His buyers underpaid the farmers. His company's trucks overloaded them. His stores overcharged the elite, who never questioned the origin of their almond milk. Or his mother tried everything local. She took him to a clinic once, but the nurse demanded payment before a single drop of medicine, so they walked back home. To Armand, it was treasure. He took only enough for his family, sometimes shared with the smaller kids. His uncles had migrated to cities. The family who stayed behind barely survived. His words were clapped at, posted online, quoted by journalists. She had been investigating food waste in large corporations. Someone from the factory had tipped her off. She wrote about Eamon. His PR team wrote a press release about the complexity of supply chains and unfortunate yet unavoidable realities. They blamed theft. They cited safety laws. They offered no apology. She didn't use his full name, just called him the boy who shared biscuits. He arranged a press conference, staged a donation event where he handed food baskets to selected poor families flown in by an agency. His daughter, 12, was sketching in the living room. She showed him her drawing 2 buildings, one with gold lights and fountains, another with cracked walls and hungry eyes. Between them, a broken bridge. The theme was what divides us. He asked if she wanted ice cream. She shook her head. He was photographed hugging a thin child. The image made it to 3 newspapers, but it wasn't Aman. It never could be. He remembered a time when he too ran barefoot, chasing kites in a village that no longer existed. He remembered hunger, not the kind cured by protein bars, but the gnawing ache that lives in the spine. The one that teaches you not to cry because it wastes energy. Sometimes. She paused when the breeze rustled through the fabric, thinking of his laughter, his feet tapping in the mud, his quiet strength. Still fingers scraping metal tins, still mothers whispering lullabies that couldn't stop the shaking. She never asked for justice. She knew the world didn't work that way. All she wanted was for no one else's child to die beside a dumpster. Leaked from inside one of the food processing units, it showed moldy rice being sprayed with deodorizer and sealed in plastic bags marked premium or grade. It went viral. And this time, even the officials had to react. She mentioned how Devraj's company discarded enough food every week to feed the entire basti twice over. She added pictures of the dumpsters. Cameras rolled as he served lentils to orphans and spoke about empathy. He wore a crisp kurta, nodded solemnly, and promised to bridge the hunger gap. The headlines praised him. The investors stayed calm. The market stabilized. One of Devraj's warehouses was shut for 2 weeks. Protesters camped outside a city office. Nothing much changed for the basti, but for the first time, someone at the top was being forced to answer uncomfortable questions. One showed a broken biscuit packet beside a child's flip-flop. The story caught attention online. Comments poured in. Some people cried. Some got angry, but most just scrolled on. He spoke of feeding the nation with dignity, even as his warehouses stored grains that would never reach the people in slums unless they could afford triple the cost. Something heavy moved behind his ribs, not guilt. He didn't believe in guilt, but something close. Regret? Maybe. Or memory? All of them worked for a plantation owned by one of Devraj's shell companies. They were paid just enough not to die. The guards used to chase him away until one of them noticed. The boy shared what he found. He just curled beside his mother and whispered that he was cold, even though the night was hot. She held him tighter, humming a lullaby with a trembling voice. I After that, they let him be. Quiet pity does strange things to men. Fathers either worked odd jobs or waited in long lines outside factories that are dante-high in months. His empire stretched through real estate, exports, textiles, and food manufacturing. If there was money to be made, his name was quietly attached to it. Even the dogs didn't bark. A few neighbors helped wrap Eamon in the only sheet they had. It wasn't personal, it was math, efficiency, scalability. There wasn't enough money for a proper burial, so they burned what they could and scattered ashes where weeds grew between broken bricks. He didn't believe in chance, he believed in leverage. Every handshake came with a hook. Every smile was a disguise for a transaction. And when he gave, it was only to gain more. He was the kind of kid who didn't ask questions unless he thought the answer could be traded for food. His mother stitched clothes for pennies. His father had been crushed beneath the scaffolding on a Devra-zone construction site. They never got a rupee in compensation. People called him efficient, brilliant, ruthless, but not kind. Never kind. Just beyond the reach of his skyscraper was a neighborhood known as Gutkopa Basti. Cracked walls, tin roofs, open drains. Among them was a boy named Iman 11, barefoot and sharp. He had eyes like burnt almonds, quiet, observing everything. Every night, Eamon stood by the dumpsters outside Meta Foods Central Factory. Inside the Meta boardrooms, Devraj launched a new initiative. Eamon's village, once green with wheat and pulses, was now a barren stretch of leased land. During a shareholders' event, Devraj smiled at the cameras, claiming he had revolutionized rural employment. Meanwhile, Aman fell sick, the kind of sick that sticks around. His ribs pressed against his skin like broken wings. That night, Aman didn't go to the factory bins. The next morning, Aman didn't wait. The Basti was quiet that day. The usual sounds, vendors shouting, kids chasing each other, radios crackling were replaced by silence. In his office, Devraj reviewed expansion blueprints. He ordered another warehouse, approved a margin cut, and denied a request for increased worker rations. That weekend, a junior journalist named Richa Verma released a blog post titled Ashes of Hunger. Devraj called it emotional blackmail journalism. Then came a photo. Inspections were announced. Devraj's board demanded damage control. Late one night, Devraj returned home early. His mansion was quiet, lights dim. He stared at it for a long time. He told her the sketch was powerful. She said it was for school. After she went to bed, Devraj walked to the garden, sat on a bench, and looked at the sky. His phone buzzed with a new proposal investment in automated food logistics, promising profit, low risk, high return. He approved it without reading the details. In the Basti, Eamon's mother still stitched clothes by candlelight. A year later, Devraj launched a new NGO, its mission, feeding future dreams. But beneath the PR and speeches, beneath the golden lights and curated charity, there were still empty places. And far away from the headlines, on a quiet corner wall in Ghatkopar Basti, a child had drawn a biscuit with wings flying over barbed wire.